So for a little change of pace, I thought I'd do another comics video. And this time I'm going to show some of my Simpsons comics. So if you didn't know, actually, yes, in fact, The Simpsons had a very long comic book run that started a little bit after the show started. So this was in the early 90s, and it ran for a very long time. Probably until about a few years ago. So probably a run of over 20 years. But I don't think most people know that The Simpsons actually had like an extensive comic run. So I don't even have close to all of these things, but I'm going to show you some of the ones that I do have. So one is, this is the earliest one I have. This is number 2, Bob's Back. Bart is trapped by his greatest foe, Sideshow Bob. Sideshow Bob is just one of my favorite characters ever on The Simpsons. And I mean, there's so many great characters, of course. I especially like the episode where he's trying to kill Bart as usual, and they're on like a boat, and Bart distracts him by like flattering him into like performing the entire HMS Pinafore. And then it's too late and he gets apprehended and stuff. What a great classic episode. But so yeah, number 2. I don't have the number 1. All right, so next, I'm kind of going in like order of like earliest to latest that I have. Here's number 5. Nice cover with Itchy and Scratchy on there. You know, Bart. One thing I will say that in general, these the comics are, I would say, a little more family friendly, a little more kid friendly than the TV show, which is a little more edgy. Whereas, I'm gonna skip this YouTube ad. Whereas the comics are a little more family friendly. And they also, they have Bart in a little bit more of a prominent role. Actually, I think the TV show was originally supposed to, Bart was supposed to be more like the main character, at its first sort of conception, kind of like a Dennis the Menace kind of thing, a little more family friendly, and Bart was supposed to be kind of the main character. Of course, it evolved away from that. Where Homer kind of became more the main character, and it became a lot more adult. But anyway, so this is number 36, and this is an awesome one because I want to make a cool point. So here, this is from 98, and you can see Homer's got this, like, 90s computer. It says, you know, those infernal nerds are turning Homer into a cyber geek. So this is from the late 90s. And then I'll fast forward and I'll show you like a pretty late issue, late in the run. So this is number 36, and this is number 227. And you can see, of course, on this cover, like Homer's got like a smartphone. So it's just like crazy, you know, how this show has been with us so long. That one of the early in the run, you had this like old school 90s computer. And then in this later issue, almost 20 years later, you have like Homer dancing with like a smartphone. So, so Simpsons, man, like, you know, say what you want, like it's gone down in quality, and like I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with that. But you know, I still love The Simpsons. Like it'll always have a special place in my heart. So yeah, number 36. I love that cover. This one's great too because it's like, Where's Waldo? Number 45. This one is from 2000. So, fun fact. Waldo is called Wally, in, I want to say, most other countries. Well, no, his name changes depending on the country, I think. But the original British Waldo is Wally. And I don't know why he's called Waldo in America. Maybe copyright issues. Anyway, that's a digression. Of course, what's JP Wisco? What's your favorite Simpsons episode? Like you even have to ask. My favorite Simpsons episode is the one where Mr. Burns gets all the Major League stars to come work at the power plant so they can play for the softball team. My absolute favorite episode of The Simpsons, no question. Here's 56. And these were published by Bongo Comics, which I think is defunct, because I think Bongo was actually founded by Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons. So pretty much just to solely sell these Simpsons comics to publish them. This is a great cover with Mayor Quimby, number 58. So, of course, the not so subtle parody of the Kennedys is Mayor Quimby. Actually, there's a phrase, there's an expression, a word for this in Japanese. Japanese say kabedon. Don is like an onomatopoeia. It's like a sound, so it means kabe is wall, so it's like your boom. This behavior right here. And here's number 63. You know, Mr. Burns doing Mr. Burns things. Right now on the TV in the back, the classic bit with where Superintendent Chalmers comes over to lunch at Skinner's house, and things keep going wrong, but he keeps lying. That thing became like a meme. If you go on YouTube, you can see all kinds of like fantastic parodies of that scene. Here's 65. And let's see here. Number 69. With Homer literally being shaken down. Smithers using the collection trade. And then this is a fun one. Can Springfield Elementary survive Principal Simpson? So like I said before, I mean, the comics, I would say as a whole, are a little bit more innocent and a little more family friendly than the show, which got quite adult pretty quickly after its first couple seasons. So if you kind of want just like more Simpsons, particularly it's like, oh well, I love the Simpsons in the 90s, but I'm not. Okay, well you can get like 90s Simpsons comics to really kind of like get extra 90s Simpsons. I mean, these are just a great thing that I don't think a lot of people know about. And so this is the latest issue that I have. I want to say there were 250 issues in the entire run over a couple decades. So pretty impressive run. So, all right. So there's, we're going to end here with the superintendent leaving Skinner's house. Aurora Borealis. All right. As always, that's all for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.